U1, if you think about it, it all started there.
It was actually originally called the Great Canadian Oil Sands Project and commissioned in the 1960s.
The first commercial upgrader that was upgrading oil sands bitumen.
Our upgraders are our money makers. They take the bitumen and transform it to a high-valued product. In the core of the upgrader are the 8 massive coke drums.
And how they perform is really how Suncor base plant performs. It is so essential. These drums have been in operation for over 60 years.
I don't think anybody in the industry had gotten 60 years out of coke drums like we have had. They certainly didn't owe us any money.
Drums effectively wear out and they become prone to cracks. And every time you have a crack starting to emerge, you have to shut down safely and fix the crack. And
they were cracking, they were moving. There was a lot of uncertainty. There's some aging facilities around U1. Is U1 going to shut down? We also knew that we had some significant challenges around what I would call the civil infrastructure.
We needed to reinforce the foundations. We needed to upgrade the steel structure, and we knew we needed to improve on the technology of the coke drums.
And it was time for Suncor to make a choice.
We could start anew. It would be extremely expensive, time-consuming. So we challenged ourselves.
What would it really take to change the drums in place and restore our civil infrastructure?
the project started off as being considered too difficult or impractical to achieve. Fortunately, we were able to pull together a team of good solution-minded people who were able to break it down into its individual problems, solve each problem, and then reassemble it into a very viable project that we were able to deliver.
And so that was the path we chose. There were multiple years of engineering and planning that led up to this. I would classify this as a highly complex project, which involved the replacement of 8 massive coke drums in an operating upgrading complex.
I have not been involved with a more complex project than the CDIP project.
Challenge accepted. Doing a project of this complexity inside of one of our live facilities, it takes a very, very high degree of engagement by Suncor. We have to assemble an excellent group of contractor partners, and what we really need is everybody to collaborate into a single team.
This team was built to win.
We pulled together, I would say, the best group of contractors you could possibly imagine.
Most of these contractors are from Alberta.
We had Ledcor as our general mechanical contractor.
We had the opportunity on this project to be involved during front-end engineering and design. We have a relationship that's built on trust, honesty, transparency, and without those, you couldn't do a project like this.
Ledcor showed up for this project and super successful. The other contractors we need to talk about is Bird. They did some tremendous work.
The civil services foundation strengthening.
The drilling and concrete injection program, it was absolutely critical that we get it right down there so that as you build the rest of this facility up, you've got a strong foundation, nothing's going to move on you. We've got something that is going to last us a number of decades now that restores the stability of that foundation.
Aluma Safway provided scaffolding support, and it's a very large and very tall facility. The new coke drums, which we had made by Dacro Industries down in Edmonton, built off our 60 years of experience operating coke drums.
We used that experience to develop a drum technology and metallurgy.
I would go out and say these are probably the best drums in the industry right now because of the painstaking lessons that we've learned through the last 6 decades.
These new drums are a technical innovation.
We're confident that those are going to be the designs to give us safe, reliable production for 30 years or more to come.
And then, of course, you get Mammoth that did the big flashy stuff.
The 3rd largest crane in the world, so right here in Fort McMurray.
When components need to be lifted that are exceeding 1,000 tons, the only real crane that can do it are ring cranes. The PTC 210DS was chosen by Suncor because of its lifting capacity, its reach of the crane, as well as the small footprint the crane has.
They sit as essentially like a train on a circular track, completely self-sufficient, not connected to anything by cables.
Well, the crane can do 3,200 tons. That's the max lifting capacity that it can do. Right now in this configuration, it can lift 2,300 tons.
It was the right size machine to lift what was our largest lift, a cutting deck, weighed roughly 1,350 metric tons. There's an additional 350 tons of rigging required to be able to lift the cutting deck. So the total load was in excess of 1,600 metric tons. You know, a lot of focus is put on the new cutting deck or the new drums that were lifted into position. All my attention and the knots in my belly were as we lifted the old facilities off of the coker structures.
To achieve that, we have to customize a piece of equipment particular for the job.
Our client, they really have safety as a first priority, and this crane is completely designed with that in mind.
One by one, we removed each of the coke drums, portions of their foundations, and then started to reverse that and put new pieces of foundation, new coke drums, and then new modules back into the facility. It was surreal to see. The scale it's almost science fiction.
It was some of these sites that you don't get the chance to do very often in your career.
We ultimately did almost 50 heavy lifts with the crane.
And when they put all that steel and the new drums in, everything fit to the millimeter, and literally to the millimeter.
There's many projects being undertaken simultaneously in a large turnaround event like we had in 2025. There was a great project to improve the reliability of the coker fractionator, and then there was also a very extensive upgrade done to the Upgrader 1 control room.
We are so proud to have been able to execute this work in getting this control room completely modernized.
It is an entirely new coking facility from top to bottom.
In addition, not only did we replace the upgraders, we made the entire operation safer.
One of the key changes that we made was in what we call our bottom unheading device.
Basically a slide valve that's automated. Operator manipulates that from behind a glassed enclosure. So yeah, a big safety improvement.
And it took us roughly another 5 weeks of piping and electrical and ironwork to get the new facility all tied together, recommissioned, and started back up.
And successfully do it on the first try.
The execution was as near flawless as you could imagine.
And you could just see the pride coming off these folks.
We executed over 1 million hours of work within that 67 days. And to have all those hours worked in an operating plant and having an excellent safety record.
When I think of the success of the CDIP project, I immediately think of the integrated team. That to me is the highlight of that entire project.
That level of collaboration and teamwork delivered exactly what we wanted, which was a world-class project.
And the ability to execute that ahead of schedule, under budget, that is the story of today's Suncor.
We've taken one of the most important operational assets and given it a 30-year life extension.
This is signing the lease on U1 for another few decades.
Designed in Alberta, fabricated and made in Alberta, put together in Alberta, and ultimately operated in Alberta for many, many years to come. This was kind of a triple bottom line win in all of the dimensions of safety, production, and cost. The team exceeded all of our expectations.
And I think we'll demonstrate the benefits of that investment over the next 5 to 10 years for sure and beyond. And I think people should be really proud and really excited about the future.
It was really fun to watch everybody win together.
I believe that we truly helped Suncor achieve something great, and I really am honored to have been a part of this project.
It's such a phenomenal thing to be part of.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a big check mark in my career, definitely.
Absolutely privileged to be part of this story, just to have my name among some of the names that were part of this project and the success of this project. To have that opportunity is truly special.
This is a clear demonstration of Suncor's capability and as a leader in the Canadian energy space.
You know, having Base Plant really solidify its position as the integration hub is a signal to the market that we're here to stay, and indicates our belief in the strength of the industry in the long term.
We plan to be in business for decades to come, making an investment of this magnitude.
It underscores our commitment to continued safe and reliable production in the oil sands region. It's our commitment to our employees, it's our commitment to the Wood Buffalo region, our commitment to Alberta, and it's our commitment to Canada.